Hi. Well, it's the Friday after New Year's. I guess that makes it January the 2nd. And here I am. I'm making a new video. Not in my car, as you can see. I just got a chance actually to sit down and do some things, trying to get caught up on putting things together and working on well, basically I'm working on my stash, trying to get the patterns. I have all these patterns, and what I'd like to do is make kits. So I've made kits. So we'll get to that in a few minutes. I'll show you the kits that I've made. So far as my holidays, they were really good. They were quiet. I'm kind of past the age of wanting to be able to go out and drive around with the crazies on New Year's Eve. So we stayed home, and I actually cooked. And it's funny because my husband always feels, like, oh my God, you shouldn't have to cook. It's a holiday. Well, I eat out 3 to 4 times a week, and at least 2 to 3 times of those are in really fine restaurants. And I'm definitely not missing any meals, and I don't cook that much at home. So I made us a nice beef stew, and that was good. And at Christmas we went to my sister's house, and Christmas just doesn't feel the same as it used to. I don't know why. I think it's because there's just not as many people, they don't make as big a deal of it anymore. It's like Pam said, you say happy holidays, you say Christmas. It's just not the same. I agree. And I kind of hate that. I look back on when I was a kid, and wow, wasn't it nice to be young and not have anything to worry about but just what you were going to get for Christmas? I mean, hey, what was better than that? So, excuse me a minute. Oh, top's coming off my cup. Hang on. So anyway, I decided that my husband's been home for several days in a row, and that's unusual because he usually works about 7 days a week. And these glasses are making a reflection, aren't they? Anyway, I don't know what to do with them. Anyway, so here I am making a new video, not in the car. Took my dog Simon out to, I keep looking outside. It's really dreary, really dreary. Want to see? See? Oh, no, you can't tell. Yeah, you can kind of tell. See, it's really dreary, wet, cold, winter day in Texas. Anyway, took him to daycare because he kept wanting to go out, and he's got tons of hair, and he goes out and it's wet, and then he poos, and then he steps in it, and then he comes in, and then I gotta clean him up, and well, that's if he doesn't eat it first. I mean, he's a gross dog. He's my sweetheart, but he's gross. See you right back here on another subject. I am drying fruit right now. I have a picture of what's drying. I'll stick it in right here. See? I'm doing, one of them is cantaloupe and watermelon fruit roll-up. And one of them obviously is oranges, but they're actually, I think they're tangelos, and so they're really sweet. And then I've got bananas that are dipped in a honey and cinnamon solution. So, wow, I can't wait. I made dog food. Well, I didn't make dog food. I made dog jerky out of dog food. Simon has a real sensitive tummy, and so if I give him anything that's not on his regular diet, then he gets the poops. And like I said, with all that hair, not a good thing. So I decided to try to make him some treats, because I probably have 15, 20 bags of $6, $7 a piece treats. Anybody need any dog treats? Just let me know and send me the postage. But anyway, they're really good ones too. You know, there's Science Diet and all natural and natural this and natural that and none of this and none of that. But he can't eat them. All he can have is right now is turkey and potato food and things, well, just basically turkey and potatoes and whatever's in that canned food that is actually turkey and potatoes. But you know, it's canned, and they always think that's really cool. So I had the bright idea of making, because you can make ground beef jerky. I didn't see why you couldn't make dog food jerky because it's kind of like ground beef. It's already cooked though, so that's good. So anyway, I did make that, and he loves it, loves it, loves it. So now right back here, see right back there, is my fruit. And I don't know, I guess it'll be done sometime tomorrow, but considering, you know, it's the first year and like everybody else, I'm thinking, you know, 30 pounds would be nice if I could just lose it and not find it again. Maybe I'll cut down. I'm thinking I'll do a low carb situation. I've done that before, and actually it worked pretty good for me the first time. Lost, I don't know, like 35 pounds. But then a year or so later, my irritable bowel syndrome started acting up, and I mean to the extent that I was in bed for like 3 months. Couldn't eat anything but baked potatoes and canned asparagus. Now I love baked potatoes and canned asparagus, but really every day for 3 months gets a little old. So the doctor put me on some medicine, and he said it was an antidepressant, but it wasn't that I was depressed. But it was that there's apparently more serotonin in your stomach than there is in your brain, and that the antidepressant would help with this, with the serotonin. And lo and behold, a month and a half later, I could eat anything I wanted any time. And the only drawback is it tends to make you gain weight. Now, it's not because I couldn't eat what I wanted before. I was eating what I wanted before I got really sick. But I don't know, it's something about the medicine. And he says, well, hey, I can put you on something that is, you know, not so likely to make you gain weight. On the other hand, I don't know if it'll work either. So I'm thinking it would just be a good idea to stay where I'm at. I go to the health club 3 times a week, and I do the weights, and then I go to the pool and the hot tub and spend about 30 minutes jumping around and doing all that stuff you're supposed to do. It's kind of like, you know, water aerobics. But we have a really expensive, fancy dancy treadmill here that nobody uses. My husband bought it. He hadn't used it. But I think what I'm going to try to do, my only New Year's resolution, which I may break, I may not, is that I'm going to, starting Monday, I'm going to try to walk twice a day, 10 minutes on it, and then maybe move up a little from there, because I really need to get some of this weight off. And as much as we eat out and everything, a really severe diet is just not practical for me. So I'm going to do that. Also, Simon, who is extremely strong-willed, is going to be starting a really, these are crooked, a really intensive training program. I think he's starting next week because I'm wanting to take him to the beach toward the end of the month, and I'm going to get him through most of the training before that. The way it works is he goes 10 days. He goes early in the morning, he stays all day, and then I pick him up in the evening, and then after that, I go 4 days and work with him and find out, you know, what all they've taught him and how to keep it up and make him mind. And then after that, he gets to go to group lessons if he still needs some touching up. He's extremely smart, so if we can just get him past the stubborn butt stage, that'll be great. My dad just moved to Galveston, and I can't wait to get down there and take Simon. I know that he will absolutely love the beach. And I don't care if it's cold. I don't care. I mean, I don't go swimming, but I do like to go out on the beach and just mess around. And I think Simon will really like it. Just gonna be me and my cousin and my Simon and my knitting, I guess. Oh, by the way, you know, I was wondering if I walk on the treadmill, is there any way that I can figure out, without killing myself, how to knit at the same time? Because, oh my God, it is just the most boring thing I've ever done in my life, walking on the treadmill. I just hate it. I hate it. Going outside is even worse, because here it's either cold or burning hot, and I can't do hot. So, if anybody's ever tried to walk on the treadmill and knit at the same time, let me know if you killed yourself or not. So anyway, the next thing, I don't have notes. I don't know what I'm going to talk about when I get on here, especially if I'm not driving around. But I did have one thing that I wanted to talk about, and that is I have a large stash, and most of it was not assigned to anything. So what I decided to do was kind of, you know, I get these catalogs from Hirschner's and Willow and all these places, and they've got these kits put together, you know, order this, and it comes with all the yarn you need and all the, you know, the pattern and everything. And it's only $35 or $49 or 19% off today. I don't know. Anyway, so I thought, well, hey, what the hell? I can make my own kits based on my stash. So that's what I've done. And I brought some of them in here to show you. And let me see. This one, now I'm going to get some better bags, I think, because, see, because some of these are kind of small. But this is, let's see if you can see it. It's Fifth Avenue Silken Effects Bamboo. And the color is, I don't know what the color is. The color is really pretty. It's bamboo. I know there's got to be a color, although I swear I don't see it. Anyway, I can find out if you're really, really interested and want to know. This is what I'm making, is this drop stitch scarf. So this is the kit for that. I bought that specifically for that. Now this, I haven't got a bag big enough for it yet, but I've got like 6 of these, which were, actually I bought them as millions. So I'm going to do this with these. So that, when I get another bag, is going to be another separate kit. And, oh yeah, this is supposed to be a prayer shawl. And I guess it is. I think I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it out of this yarn. I don't know if you can tell. Can you see it's metallic? It's kind of metallic. It's Fetching Chunky by Yarn Bee, which means it is a Hobby Lobby. And I think it is, it's a 5 bulky. See? I just don't know if you can see the little sparkles, but there's sparkles in it. Yeah, there they are. So this is another project. And, okay, let's see. Here's one that I'm doing. This is this. I think it's a chin stitch spiral. And I'm going to do that. And here's my little kit. I've got 6 of these. This is what I'm going to do it out of, so I think that'll be pretty. See? Yeah. And this color is Grape Fizz. And it's Red Heart. So I made this into a little kit. Got the little, you know, I forget what I bought these for if I don't do this. So there's that one. Here's another one that I put together. It's another spiral. And it is made from Red Heart Melonberry, Super Saver Melonberry. It's really a pretty yarn. Really got lots of really pretty colors in it. So that's what I'm going to do with these. I've got several more over there. And I've got to just got to get some bigger bags. Again, another spiral. I saw these, you know, when people were making a lot of them, and I really, really liked them. This is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, Gelato. And that's actually the color that it is. See? Pretty? I think it's really pretty. And, you know, who knows? It's going to take me forever to get to these things. Hold on a minute. There's more. Yeah. There's another one. Sorry. Okay. So, fix you. Okay. These two are, I love this Chunky, and it's in Bisque Spark. It's got little shinies in it. I don't know if you can tell. I guess you can see them a little bit. Anyway, it's sparkly. I'm thinking I'm going to do the owl scarf out of this. Okay, not scarf, it's owl hat out of this. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think that'll be really pretty in this. And I don't know, I think I'm probably going to add maybe some silver beads to the eyes. And here's another one. Here's a hat that I'm going to make. It is Bridget Beret. And it's just some red. This is, I don't know what this is. This is Millions. But I have a whole bunch of these. A whole lot more of these. But here's another kit. Here's one that is confusing me. Why does it have two different things in it? Okay, well, I do not know. Oh, it's two different things. Okay. So there's a blanket like this, which is going to be this Unforgettable. I don't know what this is. Let's see, what is this? This is Candied. Candied. Unforgettable Candied. It's really pretty. See? Oh, yeah, really pretty. Pretty true to that color. And so that's for that one. And then there's this shawl right here. And I don't know what this yarn is, but this is the yarn that's I'm going to try to make it out of. It's really thin. It's like a tube. So there's another one. Oh, now this blanket, I really, really have liked this scarf ever since I saw it. I don't know, I may make it a lap pro, but I did order this specifically. It's called a Jawbreaker scarf, and I just love the colors. And so here's the colors. It's Noro. And let's see. It's Noro. Matsuri, whatever that is. It's pretty, see, really pretty. It's got some blues and stuff in it. Trying to figure out what color it is though. Matsuri, color 6. I don't know, color 6. Anyway, so there's another project. And I love this shawl. And I went ahead and ordered the yarn specifically for it. It's a willow pattern. It's called Wild Roses. And I think it is gorgeous. Just really, really pretty. And here's the yarn that it uses. Exactly. And this is Willow Stream, Wool and Silk, and Rosebud, and Pomegranate. So that's what this is. You know, I have no idea where to look on this thing, so if I'm not looking at you, I'm sorry. Now, let me see. Oh, yeah. And one more. that's put together. I have got so much more yarn. I mean, you just wouldn't believe it, but I have to come up with patterns for all these, and I don't know, maybe I'll will the kits down to my kids because, you know, oh my gosh. This is Super Fast Chunky Scarf. See if you can see it. Yeah, it's got kind of a glare. Yeah, there it is. And this is that same red that I had earlier. I'd say it's a 5 at least a 5. It's kind of shiny. It's got a nice sheen to it, so I think it'll make a really pretty scarf. So far, that's all of the projects that I have put together. I plan to put together a whole bunch more because, you know, then I can put them in my queue and make them someday, one of these days. Right now, I'm driving myself crazy trying to make socks. I've got, and buying fancy knitting needles and stuff. I just ordered a new set of Addi Click Short, Sharp, Turbo, Raceway, whatever they are, interchangeable. I like the clicks because that way I don't have to screw them in and they don't seem to come off as much. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, socks. God, I do okay. Actually, I've got 3 different socks going right now. I've got a toe up, a cuff down, and both of those are in worsted weight because I'm just trying to learn how to make them. I've also got the pattern for the fish lips heel that I'm going to try to put on both of them. I was doing a 2 at a time, a 2 up on circulars. It was driving me crazy, and besides that, they looked huge, so I took those out. I frogged them, and then I've got some itty bitty little oh gosh, what's her name? Deborah Norville. Yeah, Deborah Norville yarn, and it's a little tiny stretchy sock yarn, but it's called Wool Free, and I'm gonna do those on my Addi Sock Rocket Turbo Rocket needles, and that's the biggest thing is I have trouble working with that itty bitty little yarn. Someday I've got some knitting needles that I swear to you look like a piece of wire. I was gonna do purses, old vintage purses, beaded purses, and so I ordered all the stuff and got it, and I couldn't even see the yarn. I mean, it was really about the size of thread, and those knitting needles, I swear, they really do look like a piece of wire with a bead on the end. I'll show those to you sometime. Also, I've got some 1940s and 50s pattern books for crochet, and actually I think most of it's crochet that my mom left me that I want to show you guys sometime. So anyway, it's been 23 minutes, and I need to plug my dehydrator back in because, you know, my goodies are not getting dehydrated at all. It has a fan, and I was afraid that it would, you know, just be too noisy and that the recording would catch everything. So, come see me. I'll try to get this done at least once a week. I know I said that at first, but it turned out I didn't have anything to talk about. And then I thought, well, you know, you don't have to always talk about knitting. You know, you can talk about what's going on in your life a little bit, and you can learn how to look at the camera in the right place. So that's what I'm going to work on doing. And I guess for now I'm going to go. Oh yeah, one more thing. My temperature scarf. I didn't have too much trouble picking out the yarn for it. However, I'm having a lot of trouble deciding where I want the colors. I've had them set 3 times. I think they're set now, but my problem is I don't want to start with like a dark blue, you know, or a light blue and go to blue. You know, I don't want to go up the color wheel, because if I do that, then with the climate that we have here, it's kind of, you know, it's going to be boring, especially since I'm going to make it in panels. I'm doing it on the 28-inch loom. I'm going to make 3 to 4 panels. That way I won't have a 14 foot long scarf, because what the hell would I do with that? It's actually not a scarf, it's going to be a blanket, but really, even a 14-foot blanket would be ridiculous. I think I have my colors the way I want them now, and I have no idea if they really actually go together, but I like the mix. And particularly, like I said, with our climate and the way it's going to be mixed, and how, well, like yesterday it was 30, I think the high yesterday was 36. Well, today the high is 46. So, and that's the other thing. I don't know. In the winter, I was planning on going with the low. But the lows hadn't been that low lately. And so, I don't know. I'm going to start it sometime tonight or tomorrow. So, I guess I have to make up my mind by then. But I'll let you know. I'll put it on the Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm Daisy Moonbeam. And I'll put it on oh crap, what is that? I guess it's, anyway, hashtag temp scarf. Anyway, it's Pam's hashtag thing. Also, I'll probably be doing some stuff and, you know, putting it on the Yarny Collective. Alright, so I'm going to get out of here, put all this stuff up, try to do a little something about my house, straighten up something before my husband comes home. And then it's cocktail time. And so tonight we're having chicken salad on croissants and gosh, what else? Wine. Or maybe daiquiris. I don't know. Anyway, it's always cocktail time here at 5 o'clock. So if you're ever in Texas, give me a call. Stop by. 5 o'clock. Cocktail time. And I'll see you again. So I can think of something to say. Take care.